channel. If you're new here, my name is Joanne. I make fitness and healthy lifestyle related content, so if you're into that, make sure you subscribe. So today is another meal prep video, as you can see from the title. So on the menu today we're going to have some orange chicken. That's chicken made with an orange juice sauce. I haven't tried this before, so this is going to be my first time. And then my second protein option is going to be lentils, kamande again. Yeah, I love kamande that much. And then my veggies of choice, it's going to be some bell pepper stir fry, and for breakfast I'm going to boil some sweet potatoes. And then what I usually eat my protein with, it will either be rice or chapati. So for chapatis I usually buy them, and then for rice I'll always make sure I have cooked rice in the fridge. So anyway guys, I hope this video inspires you for some meal ideas or gives you an idea of what you can meal prep for the week. Yeah, so let's go to the kitchen and get started. After scrubbing my sweet potatoes, I like to soak them in water, baking soda and vinegar just to help remove the dirt some more. I then rinse them one more time and boil them. As they're cooking, we'll get started with the chicken. Cut it into pieces and then season it. You can use any spices you like. I used garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, paprika and salt. Then mix and make sure every piece of chicken is well coated. I like to use my hands to really get in there. You can use gloves if you like. I don't mind using my bare hands because I'm the only one eating this food, plus my hands are clean. Once done, set it aside and let's move on to prepping other ingredients. Also, it's best not to keep it in the fridge, especially if you're cooking it in a few minutes or hours. It cooks faster when it's room temperature. So here I'm prepping the onion, garlic and ginger that I'm going to use for the lentil stew and the capsicum stir fry. And of course guys, I still haven't bought the mortar and pestle thing, but at least there wasn't a lot of ginger and garlic chopping happening today. I used one onion for each and portioned out the garlic and ginger between the two. You can use as much ginger and garlic as you like. It's nice to always add them to your meals because they have amazing benefits, especially for boosting your immunity. We are then going to chop 2 tomatoes for the lentil stew and also chop the peppers. I use 3 large ones, the red, the yellow and the green. Now that everything is chopped and ready, we are going to start cooking. Start by frying the onion, garlic and ginger for both the lentils and the peppers. Cook them until the onions are translucent, and then you can add the tomatoes for the lentil stew. At this point, you're going to add your spices. I used paprika, onion powder, mixed spice, salt and a bit of pepper. You can switch up the spices and use what you like. I especially like the flavor that this mixed spice mix brings to the food. Cover the pot and let the tomatoes cook down. The onion, garlic and ginger for the pepper is ready as well, so we are going to add them in. To prevent them from burning when I'm multitasking, I cook them on low heat as I deal with the lentils. For these, I only added onion powder and salt for some additional flavor. Bell peppers are a great addition to your diet because they're good sources of vitamin C, which boosts your immunity, and vitamin A, which is good for your skin. They are also very affordable. So we are going to mix this up and leave them to cook for about 2.5 minutes. You don't want to overcook them, especially if you're meal prepping, because when you heat up your food with the microwave, they're going to cook some more. As the two are cooking, we'll get started on the chicken. As usual, the goal is to always cook each side until golden brown. This can take 3 to 5 minutes per side for room temperature chicken. If yours was in the fridge, it will take longer. The tomatoes are cooked down, so we'll add the lentils. Mine weren't completely defrosted, so I let them cook for a few minutes and then added water to bring it to boil. The peppers are ready, so we are going to turn off the heat and set them aside. Keep in mind they'll continue cooking in the steam once you leave them covered. As you can see, the chicken is already done. We are going to remove this batch and repeat the process for the rest of the chicken. At this point, I'll usually start treating these cooked pieces of chicken as bite-ins. They're so good, I've thought of prepping them as snacks. Let's go back and check on the lentils. They are nice and boiled. I added dhania leaves and set the stew aside. Here are the sweet potatoes we started with. I usually check if they're ready by poking them with a fork. I lost footage for this. At this point, they're already cooled down, so we'll set them aside. I had them for breakfast with eggs. Back to the chicken. Did I mention that this chicken recipe was an experiment? Well, if I didn't, now you know. I got the recipe on TikTok as I usually do, and I wasn't sure it would work. The reason I was not sure is because the recipe called for orange juice. Now I know our Kenyan juices say they're 100% natural, but as we all know, this is very questionable. Because what is orange concentrate? So I went to the supermarket and I bought a packet of orange juice and a few oranges. Just in case I boiled this packet juice and it turned out to be something else, at least I'd make fresh juice from the oranges. Luckily, this packet juice turned out great, but there was one problem. I forgot to get cornstarch. Now my orange juice is boiling, but it won't thicken. I also don't have Royco to save the situation. I decided to take a risk and throw the chicken in the sauce as it is. Luckily, this turned out great. It was so delicious. I'm definitely redoing this recipe. Obviously, I'll use cornstarch next time, but I promise guys, this is like the best chicken recipe ever. I let it cook for about 5 more minutes and turned off the heat. I guess the lesson is, don't be afraid to experiment in the kitchen. So let's pack up the meals. As usual, I only pack the stews in the containers. My carb of choice is usually rice or chapati. I had already made the rice yesterday or the previous day. I rarely cook rice on the day I'm meal prepping, which is why it never seems to make an appearance on the day I'm shooting, but I always have cooked rice in my fridge. As for chapatis, I'll buy from the supermarket on the day I plan on eating them. One other thing I picked up was I should have had a second veggie side for the chicken, but it is what it is. So that's it guys, I have my 8 meals for the week. I hope this inspired you to meal prep or to try something new. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.